It brings me no good joy to say this, but I told you so. I told y'all literally yesterday. I told y'all, as a matter of fact, take a look right here. Right there, bang. The truth exposed. Here's why WNBA players are not signing the WNBA offer. I told y'all that yesterday. See, I be bringing y'all the news you could use. Now, I'm not like these other fools. He go like that. Oh, man. But it does not, I'm not happy about what.
The silence was deafening. The WNBA Players Association slammed the door on the $1.1 million max salary deal. It wasn't just numbers, it was a seismic jolt felt by every player and fan. Ramifications for Caitlin Clark are monumental, forcing a collective no to a lucrative future. The fallout began, igniting a firestorm across the league. One voice erupted in disbelief and frustration over this audacious decision. This sentiment of outrage threatens to redefine the WNBA landscape, impacting its stars. It's an explosive, unprecedented moment for the league, leaving many to comprehend the sheer scale of the collective rejection.
He go like that. Oh, man. But it does not, I'm not happy about what is going on, man. WNBA players have officially turned down the offer of $1.1 million. We got to get into all of this. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. Let's rock. So we got to get into all of this, y'all. We got to get into all of this, y'all. These WNBA players ain't playing no games, man. They play. Look, this is the definition of playing hardball, and I think it's time for.
This wasn't a surprise. Experts sounded the alarm days ago, predicting deadlock. That forecast became reality, confirming this lucrative offer was never truly on the table. It was clear why WNBA players rejected what many saw as a game changer. This isn't just news, it's confirmation of a deeper entrenched battle. This strategic rejection leaves everyone reeling, as forewarned by insiders understanding the player's mindset. A clear divide exists between expectation and reality. The path forward is uncertain, fraught with peril, setting a tense stage for future actions. The league seeks stability, but players draw a firm line, forcing re-evaluation of all strategies. The significant impact is undeniable.
To all of this, y'all, these WNBA players ain't playing no games, man. They play. Look, this is the definition of playing hardball, and I think it's time for the WNBA to put their foot down and move on. This was Alexa Philippou. WNBPA doesn't see proposed $1.1 million max salary as moving negotiations forward. This is craziness, man. I told you at the end of the day, I told y'all it wasn't even about, they wasn't going to accept the bread because it's not even truly just about the bread. I told y'all that it's about the prioritization. They want to be able to go play in these other leagues and not be required to be back.
This isn't mere negotiation, it's hardball, pushing the league to its breaking point. The Players Association signaled readiness for confrontation, refusing to budge on the $1.1 million max salary. This move transcends financials. It's a strategic power play, pushing the WNBA's patience to its limits, forcing consideration of drastic measures. Sentiment now suggests drawing a line, potentially moving forward without dissenting players. This isn't just a deal, it's about control. The WNBA may dictate terms, not negotiate, escalating tension exponentially. This indicates a potentially irreparable rift, threatening the season and core of professional women's basketball with profound implications, impacting its very foundation, demanding immediate attention.
I'm going to accept the bread because it's not even truly just about the bread. I told y'all that it's about the prioritization. They want to be able to go play in these other leagues and not be required to be back in time for WNBA training camp and all of that. We've already seen Gabby Williams voice this. I told y'all they weren't going to accept this, and I'm not happy about it. I think it's time for the WNBA to move on with replacement players. Point blank, period. This is crazy, man. What do y'all want? What do y'all want? Do y'all want? Are y'all looking for $2.5 million as a max with $1 million as a minimum? Like, what is it that you're asking for? This is the third comprehensive.
The real sticking point isn't money, it's player prioritization. Players demand freedom for lucrative global opportunities, unencumbered by WNBA training camp timelines. This isn't a casual request, it's a fundamental shift in professional autonomy, maximizing year-round earning potential without penalty. They crave career control, making decisions aligned with their financial and professional growth. This latest offer failed to address that, leaving a chasm between what was offered and truly desired. This creates an intractable challenge. The issue goes beyond a simple pay raise, touching on player freedom and economic opportunity, complicating the league's future path and its ability to attract and retain top talent. The stakes are incredibly high for all involved in this protracted and complex negotiation for the league's future.
For $2.5 million as a max with $1 million as a minimum, like, what is it that you're asking for? This is the third comprehensive offer that WNBA has sent. Look, time is of the essence. It's November 20th. That damn extension is running out. It's running out. The strike, the lockout is on the way. At this point, the owners are just going to lock these players out and move on with replacement players. And I think at this point, that is what they should do. Let's get into this here. It said initially the reaction on social media was that this was exactly what the players were.
Gabby Williams publicly articulated demands for greater player autonomy. Her stance indicated any offer failing on prioritization would face staunch opposition. The $1.1 million deal's rejection solidifies this, signaling a united front unwilling to compromise. This refusal brought the WNBA to a precipice, forcing consideration of replacement players, a drastic measure altering the league's landscape. Players' unwavering resolve backed the league into a corner, making a future with new faces likely. This sets the stage for an unprecedented shift in professional women's basketball dynamics, impacting rosters and league direction, forcing rapid strategic reevaluation of its core identity and future competitive landscape. Significant challenges lie ahead for the league's roster and talent pool, creating substantial uncertainty.
At this point, that is what they should do. Let's get into this here. It said initially the reaction on social media was that this was exactly what the players were looking for with a ratified CBA, and fans were convinced this meant that a new deal would be struck soon and there would certainly be a WNBA season in 2026. Now, I felt like this was a good offer. I feel like this was a fair offer, and I was hoping that the players would sign it because at the end of the day, I don't dislike Kathy Engelbert in the WNBA enough to the point where I don't want to care to see Caitlin Clark to play. I care more about
what do players truly want with a $1.1 million max and $222,000 minimum. Their aspirations extend beyond these figures. Are they aiming for a staggering $2.5 million max alongside a robust $1 million minimum, pushing boundaries further? The WNBA made 3 comprehensive offers, yet each met firm rejection. This escalating cycle creates uncertainty, leaving the league to wonder where goalposts lie. Ambiguity intensifies frustration, making resolution distant, complicating the urgent timeline. The league scrambles to understand financial expectations for a breakthrough, adding layers of complexity to this tense standoff. Time rapidly dwindles for a solution, increasing pressure on both sides to find common ground before the situation spirals out of control.
I don't dislike Kathy Engelbert in the WNBA enough to the point where I don't want to care to see Caitlin Clark to play. I care more about seeing Caitlin Clark play. I enjoy watching her play more than I'm disgusted by the WNBA, than I'm disgusted by Kathy Engelbert. So I'm hoping that a deal gets done. I'm not one of those people that want a lockout. I just can read between the lines, and I knew the players were not going to accept it. Think about all of this stuff, man. This is everybody involved is a conflict of interest. All these people on the board either have interest in stake and unrivaled, and they're getting money over there, or they're in project.
Time is running out. November 20th passed. The clock ticks on this critical extension, pushing the league close to lockout or strike. A complete halt to the WNBA season is a tangible threat, forcing owners to consider drastic actions. Sentiment suggests the league should lock out players and proceed with replacement talent. This hardline stance shifts from negotiation to ultimatum, reflecting exasperation. Patience worn thin, the league prepares to rebuild with new blood rather than concede unreasonable demand. This escalates conflict, signaling upheaval that could transform the entire WNBA ecosystem, impacting players, fans, and commercial viability for the foreseeable future, creating immense uncertainty about its sustainability and appeal.
Everybody involved is a conflict of interest. All these people on the board either have interest in stake and unrivaled, and they're getting money over there, or they're in Project B. It's a complete conflict of interest all the way around. It's a complete conflict of interest all the way around. They can't say it's about the money. The most money Unrivaled can offer you is $250,000. That is the minimum in the WNBA with this offer. That is near the minimum in the WNBA with this offer. So it can't just be about the bread, which is what I've been saying. Here it says, ESPN Insider provides new information on WNBA CBA negotiations.
Initially, social media reacted positively. Fans believed the $1.1 million offer was what players sought. Optimism for a swiftly ratified CBA and a thrilling 2026 season was widespread. Many perceived this as fair, even generous, fostering hope for quick resolution. Public support underscored the deal's attractiveness, making rejection shocking and difficult to comprehend. The disparity between public expectation and internal player sentiment highlights a deep divide. Complex, underlying issues extend beyond financials, shattering the illusion of an easy path, casting doubt over the future. Many are baffled by the players' stance on this critical agreement, impacting confidence in resolution and raising questions about what it will take to satisfy demands, causing public consternation. For many, the priority isn't internal squabble, but witnessing generational talent like Caitlin Clark on court. Her magnetic presence transcends labor disputes, representing the WNBA's compelling essence. The hope was a deal would be struck, ensuring she could captivate audiences. This highlights a critical conflict. Frustrations with the league exist, but passion for the game and rising stars often outweighs administrative grievances. The potential loss of seeing Clark play due to lockout or strike is unsettling for fans. This underscores immense pressure on both sides to find resolution, safeguarding the league's most valuable assets, preserving the pure joy of the sport, and crucially, protecting its star power for growth. The future of the league truly hinges on this delicate balance. Beneath high-stakes negotiations lies a troubling web of conflicts. Many individuals on the board and player leadership reportedly have stakes in competing ventures like Unrivaled or Project B. This creates a pervasive conflict where CBA decisions could directly impact alternative leagues' profitability. The argument, if purely about money, Unrivaled's $250,000 max offer pales compared to WNBA's proposed $220,000 minimum, let alone $1.1 million max. This disparity suggests motivations extend beyond compensation, pointing to a strategic struggle for market share and influence, not just player welfare. This complicates negotiations immensely, raising ethical questions about loyalty to the primary league itself and deepening the overall distrust among various stakeholders, making a transparent resolution harder to achieve. ESPN WNBA insider Alexa Philippou revealed players' true sentiment on CBA negotiations. Her NBA Today appearance confirmed the WNBA Players Association doesn't believe the latest proposal advances discussion. Despite impressive figures, a reported $1.1 million max salary, $222,000 minimum, and $460,000 average, the core issue remains unaddressed. Philippou's report confirmed players feel the proposal falls short of meaningfully applying their central request for a comprehensive revenue share system. This exposes the chasm between the league's offer and player demand. Negotiation isn't just static numbers, but a dynamic, long-term share in the league's growing prosperity, highlighting intricate financial mechanisms and emphasizing a desire for an equitable future and sustainable growth for the entire league. Players maintain a consistent message: salary must evolve proportionally with business growth. This isn't just a wish, it's a core demand, ensuring compensation scales directly with WNBA's success. The current proposal, despite financial improvements, reportedly fails to integrate revenue sharing to the extent demanded. This fundamental disagreement is a significant hurdle, as players envision earnings intrinsically tied to burgeoning revenue streams, creating an equitable partnership. Without this crucial component, they perceive the offer as a temporary fix, not a sustainable solution aligning economic interests with commercial viability. This leaves the door open for contention, even with the $1.1 million max salary on the table, indicating deeper systemic concerns, demanding a more comprehensive approach from all parties parties to truly address player grievances. Adding complexity to this tangled web is significant ambiguity. What would a mutually agreeable revenue share look like? Philippou noted this crucial element still lacks clarity for players themselves. While they demand a revenue share, exact parameters and operational details are in flux, creating an additional challenge. It's not just wanting more, it's defining how more would be structured and implemented. This lack of clear, actionable proposals from the players further complicates the WNBA's efforts to craft an acceptable offer, transforming negotiation into a moving target. The absence of specific, actionable frameworks for demands, even as they reject the current offer, underscores the profound disconnect between the two sides, prolonging the impasse and making any swift resolution a distant hope. The WNBA has shown significant willingness to compromise, escalating offers to bridge the divide. They proposed an $800,000 max, then $1 million, finally $1.1 million max. Each step was a substantial increase, signaling genuine effort to meet player demands. However, consistent rejection suggests perceived inflexibility from players. Many in the league wonder if any amount will ever be enough. The frustration is palpable. If $1.1 million isn't sufficient, what magical number will satisfy them? This endless cycle of rejection, despite concessions, creates deadlock, pushing parties apart, making swift resolution improbable. The deadline looms, threatening to derail the entire season and future, intensifying the urgent need for a breakthrough to avoid further damage to the league's image and stability. With time critical and the drawing board exhausted, a radical suggestion gains traction. The WNBA should pivot, moving forward without dissenting veteran players. This advocates embracing its deep pool of young talent, leveraging rookie contracts and 2026 draft picks. Imagine a league built around the undeniable star power of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, and Nika Mew. This bold strategy supplements rising stars with international and overlooked domestic talents, creating a fresh, dynamic roster. The idea is to circumvent impasse by building a new foundation, focusing on the future, not being captive to stalemate. This radical vision imagines a WNBA season of fresh faces, potentially reshaping league identity, prioritizing youth and dynamism for long-term growth and appeal to new fans. The argument for this dramatic shift centers unequivocally on young stars. Harsh truth, many older, established players, though respected, aren't the primary draw for ticket sales or viewership anymore. The undeniable magnetism of talents like Caitlin Clark drives renewed interest and unprecedented WNBA engagement. Therefore, the league is urged to invest and build around these burgeoning icons, those on rookie contracts and exciting 2026 draft prospects. Names like Lauren Betts, AZ Fudd, Olivia Miles, and Flau'jae Johnson would become new foundational pillars. The focus needs to be on captivating the next generation by showcasing exciting, up-and-coming athletes, not veterans lacking commercial appeal or fan loyalty. This is a strategic pivot towards a more youth-centric future for the league, essential for its continued growth and relevance in the evolving sports landscape. The WNBA holds a powerful trump card, Caitlin Clark. Her unparalleled popularity and ability to draw unprecedented viewership provide significant leverage for a new path. Combined with a burgeoning roster of young marketable stars like Angel Reese, Rakika Jackson, Cameron Brink, and Nika Mew, the league possesses enough foundational talent to weather a potential storm. These players, largely on rookie contracts, represent a stable, exciting core that can carry the league forward even if veterans strike. The WNBA doesn't need to be paralyzed. It can pivot to a future built on fresh faces, bringing in international and previously unsigned players as replacements. This strategic advantage, spearheaded by Clark's singular impact, allows the league to project resilience and dynamism, ensuring the show can go on, even if it means restructuring the entire player pool, a bold step. Sheer frustration emanates from this situation, reaching a boiling point among fans and analysts. The inability to resolve, despite a comprehensive $1.1 million offer, has pushed patience to its limit, igniting exasperation. This isn't just a dispute, it's a perceived betrayal of the league's potential, especially with new interest from stars like Caitlin Clark. Widespread sentiment of disbelief and anger represents a collective losing it moment, reflecting passionate investment in the WNBA's future. Calls for drastic action for the league to move on stem from a deep desire to protect the sport from internal strife, ensuring growth and visibility. This intense emotional outcry underscores the gravity, highlighting how deeply these negotiations resonate, making the rejection an explosive point of contention for all. The rejection of the $1.1 million offer shaping player earning potential places Caitlin Clark's immediate impact and early career in a precarious position. While not her direct rejection, the Players Association's stance creates uncertainty, overshadowing her anticipated professional debut. This decision, impacting the collective bargaining agreement, means the landscape for a superstar like Clark is now more turbulent, threatening to derail the momentum she single-handedly built. Potential for lockout or replacement players means the platform for her unparalleled talent could be altered or diminished. This collective no indirectly threatens to sideline the star the WNBA needs most, jeopardizing her ability to fully capitalize on burgeoning stardom within a stable and thriving league structure, a critical blow to the league's most valuable asset and its future commercial success. Ultimately, this ongoing saga is more than a contract dispute. It's a defining moment for the WNBA's future, a crucible determining its trajectory. The rejection of the $1.1 million offer, the lockout specter, and the debate over prioritizing young stars like Caitlin Clark force us to confront difficult questions: player power, league sustainability, true cost of compromise. Whether the WNBA stands firm with new talent or bridges this gap, the fallout will resonate deeply. The vision for league growth, fueled by incredible talent and dedicated fans, hangs in the balance. The path chosen now will shape individual careers and solidify the legacy of women's professional basketball globally, leaving us to wonder what sacrifices will be made for the ultimate vision and what the future truly holds for this dynamic sport.